Today we're going to have a think about how the seaside has changed through the ages. First, let's travel back on our timeline, right back to the 1850s. This is a very long time ago. What do you notice about the seaside in the 1850s? First of all, I know the photograph is in black and white. This does not mean the seaside was in black and white, just that there weren't colour photographs from this time. It's important to remember that the railway was invented in the 1840s. This meant more people could access the seaside because they had a way to travel to get there. More hotels were also built, which meant some people had a place to stay when they travelled to the seaside. What do you notice about the clothes that the people are wearing? What do you notice about the way they are sitting? What can you see in the distance? Do you know what that's called? Well, it's called a pier. At this time there might have been entertainment on the pier, such as a Punch and Judy show. People would also walk along the pier for exercise, or sometimes people might use it for fishing. Can you see the children in the middle of the screen? What are they doing to play? Are they digging? What might they be trying to build? You're right, they might be trying to build a sandcastle. Can you see the people next to the water? What do you think they're doing? You're right, maybe they're paddling, or they might even be skimming rocks. Have you ever done that when you visited the seaside? Let's move forward on our timeline to the 1900s. I wonder what you'll notice about the seaside in these pictures. Have you noticed the clothes that people are wearing on this picture? They aren't wearing swimming costumes. They would be changing huts on the beach. These were wooden huts on wheels, all pulled by a horse. Once a person was inside, they would get changed and then be pulled out to the sea so that they could go swimming. This meant other people couldn't see them in their bathing clothes. In the past, it was very important that people were covered up, especially women. What do you wear when you visit the seaside? We also need to remember that in the past, visiting the seaside would be a very special trip. People might only visit the seaside once a year because it would cost a lot of money. People would often visit with family members. How often do you visit the seaside? After World War II, the seaside once again became a very popular holiday destination. Holiday camps and caravan camps became very popular. Once again, there were lots of things to do on the pier. You could go for a nice walk. You could have fish and chips and ice cream. You could ride a donkey. You could also visit some amusements. What's it like when you visit the pier now? Have you ever visited the amusements at the seaside? Have you ever been on the rides at the pier? Clothing also started to change. People were more comfortable to wear their swimming clothes on the beach. Through time, sunbathing has become more and more popular. As we move through time, people visit the seaside in the UK for different reasons. You live close to a seaside, you might visit the seaside more often. It might not just be a special treat once a year, because you might live close and you might visit it more regularly. In the past, it was very expensive to go to the seaside. Now, it's quite easy to visit the seaside, isn't it? Now, sometimes people go abroad for their holidays once a year or once every few years. In the past, people didn't do that. They went to the seaside instead. Let's look at some pictures of some beaches today, and as we prepare for the future. What do you notice about how they are organised? Now we need to think about how we can socially distance on the beach, and this is very important for us. We can still have lots of fun enjoying the beach and the seaside safely. We can build sandcastles, we can paddle in the sea, we can skim stones, we can fossil hunt, all socially distanced. Have you managed to spot some things which are the same and different from beaches throughout time? Next time you go to the seaside, see how many things you can spot which are the same and different to those in the past.